Okay, year 8. So in the last tutorial, I showed you how to put images in here, how to copy and paste them, so you can make repetitions. And I showed you how to use the magnetic lasso tool to cut them out and put them on your skateboard. So what we're going to do this lesson is I'm going to show you how to use the text tool. So the text tool is here. It's the big T on the side. So it kind of looks like a cursor you'd see on Microsoft Word or something. What we want to do is select the color, so we can do that up here. So I'm going to use a white, I think. And we're going to select our font type. So, I mean, just for the purpose of example, it doesn't really matter what I show you, but let's just use this one for now. So we want to write a word because we have to use text in our design, so keep that in mind. So I'm just going to write, as an example, Outback, and then I'm going to go to the move tool and I'm going to get it in position. But it doesn't really look like, it's not big enough for my design. So we're going to change the size, and we're going to do that doing the same method we did to make everything else bigger. So Command T. And then when I think it's the right size, which, I'm pretty happy with that, I'm going to put it somewhere. Okay, so that is the text tool. You can also change it by clicking on the text tool again and then highlighting the word. So you can change the font, you can change the size, you can change the color. So keep in mind that's how you do it. And it'll appear on the layers as a text layer. Okay, so once we're happy with our design, so this obviously isn't completed, I'd like yours to be much more detailed. We're going to go down to our layer again with the template layer, which is this one here. And your one might have bits hanging off the side, it's not exactly on, which is, it's hard to put things in the right spot all the time. So I'm going to have mine hanging off here a little bit. And that's fine if at the end you've got stuff hanging off the edge of the skateboard template, that's fine. So we're going to go back down to our template and we're going to do Command C and Command V, and that's going to go it's going to appear above the first layer. But we don't want it there, we want it on the top. So we're going to click it and drag it up to the very top here. So it looks like that. And with the same technique we used to cut out the excess parts of our background, we're going to use the pen tool again to trace around the outside of our skateboard. And obviously we're going to be very careful to trace around it properly. But just as a demonstration, I'll show you quickly how to do this. So once we've closed the path, we clicked back on the same point we started, we're going to right click and then select to make selection, select OK, and then we're going to make sure we're on our layer, we're going to press delete. And that's going to give us our skateboard appearance. And then we're just going to move it so it's kind of covering the right spots. And there you go, you've got your skateboard design in the same shape, and you've cleaned up the bits that are hanging off the edge. So what you want to do after that is click File, Save As, and we're going to save one as a Photoshop file. So here you'll see the format. So I'm going to call it Mr. Miles Skateboard. And it's going to be a Photoshop file. And the other one I want to select is Save As, and I want to change that Photoshop to a JPEG. And the reason we want a JPEG is it's a compact image file. All right, so if I look in my folder now, I now have my completed JPEG and Photoshop ones. Although this isn't an example of a completed work. Your one's going to be much more complex. And I'd like you guys to do 4 different skateboard designs and submit them all through Canvas. So, use these tutorials, go back and forth, get familiar with the processes. Always, if you have any questions, ask me. But for now, I believe that is all the tools you need to complete your skateboard design. So any other questions, feel free to ask me and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. But yeah, and have fun with it. Be a bit crazy with your designs. I want to see some really kind of wacky things. All right, so thanks for watching.